I have my first match ball here in Busgard to be crowned 5th time in a row Supermoto World Champion.
Per me invece vincere il campionato del mondo è il coronamento di un sogno. It will be the end of a huge effort.
Coming from here up to another big step.
Was not a fairy tale at all. A lot of concerns, a lot of doubts.
Se dovessimo vincere non mi sbilancio su cosa faremo perché sono scaramanti.
So nobody from outside can make me more pressure than myself. I will do everything for it.
Winning the titles will mean, fuck, we did it. We are the best in the world. That's it.
I'm Marc Reiner Schmidt, rider for Team Undici. Supermoto is one of the most beautiful sports in my eyes. It's a mix in between asphalt and off-road. You use motocross bikes and they are specially modified for Supermoto, which mean normal track have 75% asphalt, 25% off-road. We have different kinds of off-road, which means we have some jump and waves and corners on the asphalt and also in the dirt sections. So yeah, it's really technical, really difficult sport.
I'm Luigi Villani and I'm the team manager of Team Undici. The supermoto discipline, it's really tough and really, how can I say, at 360 degrees, because you combine tarmac and you combine off-road. To train and to be fast, you have to be skilled on speed races and you have to be skilled in motocross.
Yeah, the most difficult thing is to bring everything together. If you make a setup who works really good on the asphalt, you lose some traction, for example, on the off-road, and you have to bring it down as well for the fast lap and also in the race over 20 minutes. You have to bring everything together, lap by lap, corner by corner. Don't make mistakes, be focused from the first corner till the finish line. And this is really special. You have no places for mistakes. You need to be on point every second, and that's really not easy to handle.
It's developing the skills of the riders in a way that not all the other motorsports are doing. I'm not saying that it's better or it's worse. I'm simply saying that here you have so many variables and so many skills that you need to be good, 100% good, that you have always room to improve, non-stop. The riders, to be champions, they need and they have to be really quick and really fast because the condition of the track, the condition of the race are changing continuously.
We go with the slick tires in the dirt section. We go out of the dirt section. We have dirt tires and dust on the asphalt. And yeah, to manage all these things together, it's a different kind of risk. For sure, it's not less or more risk, I would say, but different kind of risk.
race weekend is not, it's a complex box. Friday, it's quite easy because it's just to warm up the team, the structure, the motorbikes and everything. We are dressing the table.
Sul settore 3, quindi questo, e sul settore 2.
Team Undici is a group of people that are all working for the same target with the same passion. And they are doing that in the simplest way, honestly, not lying and keeping what they promise.
Total 3 laps because I need some points on the asphalt or wet. Yes. Okay. Take it easy, make 2 laps, don't get too angry, check it. That's gonna happen. We go. Yeah. Good. Team Undici is quite a small team. They try to prepare everything as good as they can, just in a smaller way. You know, it's not that big truck they have for the paddock. They have not the biggest tent here, but yeah, they make it with a smaller budget, less people, but they try to do it in the best possible way for them.
Ciao a tutti, sono Nico, titolare di Team Undici. Io nel team mi occupo dello sviluppo delle moto.
The grip was really bad in the rear and also in the front. I don't push too much, I take it easy.
Front brake?
No, the front suspension in the corner.
Close complete.
Completely, yes, I didn't have it in the test.
Okay.
I think I have a little bit more speed before, and when I jump in, it's like go
Okay.
on the metal, and then come back, and then it's difficult to make the turn.
Okay. We can put a little more oil to stay a little more
Yeah,
up.
maybe a little
I
bit.
call Jonah, but
Yeah, call
I
Jonah
think
and we can-
it's the correct direction. Innanzitutto tutto nasce dalla nostra passione per le moto, per le corse e proprio la passione personale perché tutte e due andiamo in moto, anzi ci siamo conosciuti in pista, ecco, con la Supermotard.
Nico and Mauro, they are Team Undici. Nico was riding and Mauro was his mechanic. And they started like that with a trailer to the car and they were going to the circuits, working and keeping the eyes on the ball and on the targets. They started growing and growing and growing and they arrived at a level when they told from here on we have to add some more player to the team. This is what I see as a Team Undici. 2 hard workers moved by a lot of passion.
Mauro Berva, socio di Nico Grazioli e mi occupo dello sviluppo tecnico delle moto. La Supermoto è una disciplina bellissima, è molto completa, rispecchia il motorsport vero e puro. Questi anni io e Nico penso che siamo più che fratelli, nel senso viviamo insieme tutti i giorni, 7 giorni su 7, così. E Nico è il mio opposto e su tutto, sia sul lavoro che come mentalità, come reazione spesso alle situazioni. Ed è buono questo perché compensa, ci compensiamo a vicenda, insomma. Quindi siamo una squadra che funziona molto bene.
My name is Letizia and let me say I'm the biggest supporter of the team, aka Nico's girlfriend. I think that also the naming already can explain the personality about these two guys. Undici, because undici in Italian means 11, so 11 is the two number one. So one day a man tell to Mauro and Nico, you are two number one. So the team becomes the Team Undici, team 11.
I was many times here in Busca. I know the track pretty well. It's a nice track with a lot of difficult corners. My favorite corner here is the Parabolica, which is a special one.
Good?
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
But the tires is finished now. Yeah, 16.9. I go to see some laps and I come back. we had a good test here. We are already good in the long runs here. I think in the race, if I make a good start, stay in front, I can push and I will make some gap to the other riders. My biggest evidence for this year, it's Lucas Höllbacher and Steve Bonal. They are very close in the points. Steve is also fast here, Lucas normally also. Today he struggled a bit, but my goal is to win the Superpole, make 3 whole shots and make 3 victories with a gap to the other riders to show them that I'm the boss of Supermoto and I'm the fastest one here. So that's my plan and that's why I'm here. I can shoot just in the first few laps. When I not push, I go on the straight and sometimes the gear goes down. No, the gear I go on 4th gear and they go down for 3rd, for example. But after 3-4 laps when I push, then afterwards it wasn't again. I told it also to Nico.
You were not pushing. Maybe the last lap you were doing something a little bit more, but because you had a free track. But times of year you were even always faster than Steve.
Yeah, they rage completely shit on the Lucas. I saw him. I don't know what to do, but I rolled in my engine and I was fast and something went wrong there. So.
Yeah. Anyhow, it is what it is. Yeah, he was trying to follow you, but you were.
Yeah, but I rolled in the engine and I just pick up Romor.
Do you want me to go? No, stay here. Relax.
Thank you.
On Saturday morning when I wake up, I'm really nervous because Saturday is the most stressful day. You have, especially in S1 GP, you have 3 sessions of qualifying and after that you have 1 race. And I'm nervous because if something goes wrong, you don't have too much time to fix it. Leonardo is a growing star. He's definitely fast. He's having a real professional approach. He is a little bit too shy, and I think that it's just a matter of time because he's growing, and we have just to adjust a little bit the route.
Yeah, Leonardo have quite a good potential on the asphalt. He was starting the season on a 125 two-stroke because he was too young for the 250. He had also some crashes in the first race, so it was a tough start for him. He improved a lot. Now he had birthday and he's on 254 stroke, so the bike is more competitive to the other riders than the 125. Here in Busca, he is super strong. He makes really good lap times. He's so fast on the asphalt. It's nice to see him growing up and make such big steps.
What we are expecting from them, it's exactly what they are able to do. So it's not a matter of pushing them to achieve it, but it's more to push them to do not mess up and don't achieve it.
No. No, stai basso, la prima parte stai basso e poi quando inizi a curvare vai su, ok?
Yeah, my younger teammates, I have a look on them and I try to teach them as good as I can and to take them a little bit with me to help them growing up. To overtake, you have not only to be faster, because you can also overtake riders with the same speed than you, but you need the strategy. If you go in a corner like this, in the middle of the corner, you go here, and then you open the gas, and you open the gas, and then you come like this, but it's impossible to overtake. You need, if you have a corner, you need to take a little bit of gap, and you need to have a better exit of the corner, take the speed in the straight, and then don't brake until here. Brake till your handlebars in front, and then make your turn, and you have to go outside. So don't touch him, nothing, but take more speed, exit the corner, because you go always in the corner like this. You cannot take more speed because you have to wait when he open the gas, you open the gas, but you lose the time. You need to take the speed in the corner before, place next to him, brake a little bit later, that your handlebars in front, and just do your turn. Okay, don't take care of him, just do your turn, and he's on the outside, so he cannot overtake you like this. If you stay in front with the handlebar, it's your turn. Maybe we can make this all in one.
Listen, if I have to take 5 sectors for Lucas and Steve, it's gonna be complicated.
Yeah, it's too much.
Yeah, it's too much.
1, 2, 3.
Jan is a good rider. We see the possibility for him to achieve results. The big challenge is to try to make him a little bit less a kid and more a man, with a more professional approach to his job. Because he's fast, he has all the possibilities, is missing all the details that makes the difference between a star and a superstar.
I see they're making some big steps, especially Jan. He's leading now the rookies category in the World Championship, and this with 17 years. You see that he improved his riding style, his riding skills, and he have an eye on me, he follow me on track, he look from the outside what I do on the track. So he improved a lot, and for sure I'm a part of it. So you can see it from the outside, like riding style, lines, stuff like that.
Don't look, they are new.
Luigi Villani is an Italian guy with big dreams. I like him a lot. He is such a funny guy. He has always a joke in the pocket. It's always nice to spend time with him. He's quite relaxed. He takes the focus in the right way. He really takes care of me in every situation.
I'm either not able to ride or to set up a motorbike, so I'm taking care of most of the other things. The relationship with the pilot, the relationship with the race direction, with the federation, and some sponsor research, some office job. I got a team manager because of a kind of a joke. I was knowing Mauro and Nico since a long time because I was riding just for fun and having some track days with the motorbikes of Team Undici. And last year I told them, next year you have to win the World Championship. And they told me, okay, we need a pilot and we need a manager. I told, okay, I'm the manager. But what about the pilot? And they told me, oh, let's think about that.
First impression from the call of Luigi was, I was excited because I like to do new challenges. I like to do something new without knowing if everything works perfect or as good as I want.
And I told them, listen, I'm Luigi from Team Undici. Luigi who? He knew the team, of course, but he was not knowing me. We organized a day of test, and I think that he decided in the moment he tested our motorbike.
I spoke also with some other teams, but in the end, the best and most important thing for me is to feel good. And we made the test. I feel good with the guys, with Nico, with Mauro, with Luigi.
Quindi è importante per il team appoggiarsi a piloti per lo sviluppo della moto che sappiano fare questo. Non tutti i piloti sono in grado di fare questo, ma è fondamentale.
They take care of me, they take care of the bike. The most important thing, it's also to have good parts on the bike. We can use the parts whatever we want. That's what I need as a rider. So this was the thing who bring me to Team Undici. Yeah.
Marc Reiner Schmidt is one of the most surprising person I ever met in my life. A part of his riding skills that are too high that I hardly can judge. He is one of the most committed, serious, precise, and stubborn person I ever met.
Yeah, it's quite a big difference in between some Italian guys and one German guy. Yeah, I'm the German guy and I have the plan. I try to calculate everything as good as I can. And in the other way, the Italian guys are coming with the sunglasses, relaxed to the race, and yeah, let's see what happens. So it's like two different kinds of walk.
What I like is that is sharp like a knife. In talking, in doing, in everything. If he asks for something, you can ask him yes or no. But if it's yes, it must be yes. If it's no, it must be no. Straight answer, and after that you discuss, you find a compromise and everything. I like that. I like the fact that he is a really smart guy, almost listening, and when he talks for a reason. It's not like we Italian talking, saying this and that and everything. This is something that I like a lot of him.
It was quite strong for them in the beginning because I told to them, I need this brake, I need this here, I need this bolt, that, and it was difficult for them, I can see it. They try to do it as good as they can from the beginning, but it was tough for them.
Listen, we still have the misunderstanding, and now we are laughing about that. At that moment, we were definitely not laughing. We have a session of testing, and we set up the suspension and everything of the motorbike. Marc is coming back, is dropping the motorbike, and is saying, we cannot go on like that. We have to change everything in the motorbike. We are far away from that. And now we call it the first free practice drama. But at the beginning, we were badly suffering for that because we were starting getting nervous for that because, oh my God, our job is to give him the best motorbike, and he's telling that we are far away to what we have to do.
It was tough for them, I can feel it. Now it's more and more smooth because they know what I need, they know what they have to prepare.
Come non gli ho riuscito più,
Però siamo a posto, box, dai.
sì.
No, dagli sempre di stato, dagli di stato.
È in grado di spingere al limite la moto, perché fino a che non vai così forte va tutto abbastanza bene. Poi quando sei al limite, solo lì riesci a mettere a posto gli ultimi dettagli.
Che sudare sta Supermoto, guarda che miseria. L'oracolo ha parlato.
I see a lot of potential in the Supermoto world. I see the sponsor as a key partner to change the rule of the games. What we are looking is not money to go on holidays or something like that. It's to somehow the possibility to grow.
If a sponsor take an investment on us, on Team Undici, on me as a rider, he will invest in a group of people who have all the same passion, the same goal.
The sponsors must be part of the journey. I know that it looks like I'm a dreamer, I'm a fairy tale and everything, but it's important what you do. And if you do it right, you will have a payback for that. And I'm talking about money here. The sponsors must and should be partners and part of the adventure. So give their contribution to make the team and this sport grow.
We will invite them on the race. They can see how it works behind the scene. For sure, we want to show the logo of the sponsor all over the world and on top of the podium, but also to join the Team Undici family, to have a good time with us. quite an important thing for us to give them back.
Marc race was a domination. Something happened in the start. Lucas started very, very well, so he was a second. He didn't do the whole shot, so he was not first after the first corner. But in the end, he passed him in a place and in a position of the circuit where it's not possible to pass someone. So it was a domination.
Super. Bravo, Marco. Grazie. And best regards to your father. He is in Barcelona, I think. Eh?
Yes.
Say him best regards, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, was 108, 179 and 108 for the...
Okay, good.
Go back?
Yeah! Yeah, bravo, dai. Bravo! Dai.
My start was not ideal, I fell back to second position, but I could pass immediately Lucas again before we crossed the finish line for the first time, so, and then I could build a gap. It was around 3 seconds to him. Steve passed him and he crashed, so I get all the signation on my pit board. And then it was quite easy for me because I had a gap of more or less 9-10 seconds, so I just made cruise control on it and I could finish the race at first position in front of Steve and then Lucas in third, which is really important for me because now Steve takes some points out of Lucas. So yeah, I feel great and I'm ready to battle it out tomorrow.
Lì è colpo di Vanova, io ci ho messo tutta col cioccolato.
Vanova lì è cannato.
Perché ha separato il culo fa e non l'ho fatto a zero, però invece gli è scappata la presentina, non so.
No, che è permaloso.
No, via. No, my boy. Questa è la moto di Marco.
Today we did it. We are happy. We are really happy. But anyone immediately after the victory was already thinking to tomorrow. So we were fixing the bike, looking for feedbacks from the riders, and looking forward for tomorrow.
La cazzottina che mi ha regalato il
Sunday is a little bit different because, especially at this point of the championship, normally after a good Saturday, Sunday, you can just mess it up.
I woke up a few times during the night because yesterday I had a doping control after the race, so I had to drink a lot. I go to toilet a few times in the night, and I also was waking up and just check the time because I want to start, and then you wake up at 2 o'clock, at 4 o'clock, 5, 6 o'clock. Yeah, I'm maybe too excited and I'm too ready, but yeah, that's nice feeling, and I know I can handle it and I will be ready. Yeah, that feels good, yeah.
I'm more confident. The setup of the motorbike, it's okay. Even if we have a change in the weather or something like that, you know, having a good setup for the dry, it's not that complicated to have a good point for the setup of the wet.
I feel great, my body, everything is on point with my physio more. We walk all the day, so I feel like newborn, not like 29, like maybe 18. So yeah, I'm ready and can't wait for the race because race time is the time I mostly enjoy. Nico and Mau, they are really excited about this possibility to win the first World Championship for Team Undici. For sure more nervous than myself, so I need to keep them a little bit calm.
Per me invece vincere il campionato del mondo è il coronamento di un sogno, è un percorso, è un viaggio che è durato qualche anno.
I had a crash in the warm-up lap. I tried to push after the sky section, the long left omega, and immediately when I go down, I lose completely the front and I crash out.
It was just a problem of a new tire. It was pushing a little bit too much to Plenia, and it fell out. He broke one small air channel, but nothing serious, and so he had the possibility to start without starting from the pit lane. So everything good.
make a okay start. I go to overtake Steve at the first lap, and then I keep the ball rolling. I make a gap over 5 seconds. Put it away.
Crescentino piccolino.
Yeah, it was crazy. The new front tire, I try to clean them. As soon as I go down, I lose completely the front. Yeah, I can do nothing. And then in the corners, the carbon cut, so I put it away.
Yeah, we already got it.
Bring me a chair. I will sign some autograph stuff for them. And now I'm in front with 84 points. If I'm in front of Lucas in the next race, I will be Cold World Champion. So that's the focus. And the focus is not only to be in front, the focus is to win also the Super Final today at the GP of Italy here in Busca.
Would we win in Busca? I'm pretty sure I will wear the sunglasses, okay?
Beh, io penso che anche se noi non siamo delle persone, tra virgolette, vendicative, penso che Mauro la prima cosa che pensi sia che a tutti quelli che non hanno creduto in noi o che pensavano che non fossimo seri.
If I can make it here in Busca, 5th time in a row, it will be like a firework of emotions. I will turn the paddock here to a party box.
I don't know what kind of reaction I can have, but it will be the end of a huge effort and the beginning of the next challenge.
E diciamo, raggiunto quello, vorremmo porci una nuova sfida e continuare a vincere, ma diciamo che il primo è la certificazione che siamo stati i migliori del mondo.
It's racing, ups and downs. You never know what's happened, and I will do my best as always on the bike.
Hanno dato vita veramente ad una grandissima giornata di gare con questa ultima manche veramente incandescente. Grazie ragazzi, per voi la rivederci al prossimo anno ed ora seguo GP per la gara conclusiva, la super finale del Gran Premio del Piemonte, il circuito internazionale di Busca, protagonista. Per lui nei confronti di Steve Bonal, considerando che ce ne sono 30 in pari in questa finale, poi nel prossimo appuntamento, quello conclusivo di Mettet, ce ne saranno in paio altri 83, vedremo, non diciamo niente, abbiamo dato solamente i distacchi, il distacco più importante, il vantaggio.
Cannot describe it in words how it feels, because everything come out and you can just be free, you can just enjoy the moment.
Call me ambitious or dreamer or whatever it is, we won this title in the moment we decided to win it.
Luigi Villani sul podio, bello sorridente naturalmente, ci mancherebbe altro, ha già una maglia importante. Campione mondiale Marc Reiner Schmidt!
You need some time to realize it, but it's incredible. Yes, after I get the positive test, for sure, I was shocked first because I didn't understand the results. So yeah, it was difficult in the beginning to understand from where it comes. And after we check everything, we could find the mistake. And yeah, it was over contamination. So now to lose the championship because of this, it's super tough and it hurts a lot. But it will not change me. It will not change my mind. I just try to protect myself from everything around me. So to be as safe as possible, and yeah, I never expect something like this can happen to me, but it happened. And as a professional athlete, you have to take care of your body, you have to take care about everything around you, so I will take as good care as I can for the future in that way.
What I take from this experience, it's exactly what I take every time I fall or I fail or I'm in a team falling or failing. It happens. It was out of our control. So stand up and do better from the moment after.